Hi, everyone. Good morning. It's Margaret Manning here with 60 and Me. Hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are in the world. I started my day, as usual, with a cup of tea. Today, I've chosen a very traditional tea. It's my English breakfast. I'm kind of one of those people that all is well with the world when I have my English breakfast tea. But perhaps you've got a favorite tea or coffee, juice, smoothie, just something to make you feel great to start the day. I do want to thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate your support and for the conversation and the community that we create together here. It's really, really wonderful to see you connecting with each other and for us to be building together a strong community. You know, we are Sisters Over 60 and we are on a journey together, and I'm just so happy to be here with you. So thank you again for being here. I would like to thank Puritan's Pride, our sponsor for today's Mornings with 60 and Me show. We've put a big priority on 60 and Me to stay healthy and strong. And you can check out Puritan's Pride website to find out how to give your body the nutrition and the energy that it needs. So thank you to Puritan's Pride. So, today I want to talk about something that contributes to our well being and health in our 60s, and that is simplification, downsizing. And I think we all are going through this at one level or another in our 60s, and it's all related, you know, our psychological and physical and spiritual well being, and very much connected to the possessions and the things that we surround ourselves with. So, I wanted to chat about that because over the years, well, starting really about 5 years ago, I've been on a continuous journey for simplification. And I think what I'd like to talk about today is from a different perspective, you know, how it can actually impact more than just your physical surroundings, how it can actually make you happier. Now, happiness is such an abstract concept, but I think it's really something that happens in our 60s where we start equating happiness with experiences and memories and people rather than stuff. Physical possessions no longer hold that power for us. And I think that's maybe just a phase that we go through. Some people earlier than others, but certainly by the time you've moved 10 or 20 times and taken boxes from one place to the next, filled up a garage or attic or basement, you realize it's time to downsize. So I think I'd like to talk today a little bit about my own experience and also give you some tips of, well, what I did and how others have approached this topic. And I know that you're all taking notes here. So the first thing I want to remind you before you even start, you know, thinking about planning is to start slowly. It's just going to take time. You can't downsize your whole life, clean out your whole garage or your basement in one day. You're going to have to give yourself some time. And I think that if you start with a mindset shift from saying, instead of no to things, you start saying yes, you have an easier time with this whole process. So when I realized that myself and stopped thinking about downsizing and simplification as a negative, you know, like I've got to say no to this and no to that, then I started to feel like it was a door opening. It was, you know, something was expanding. I was giving room in my heart for new things, new experiences. And that made all the difference when it came to sorting things out and letting things go. Maybe you've had the same situation. So it's not going to, a lifetime's collection of possessions is going to take a little bit of effort, thought, and sometimes a little few tears. So just give yourself space and time to do it properly. I would say, honestly, find time to give yourself stay with that memory for a while. You know, when you find an item of significance, stay with it. Remember it. Remember what it stood for. And I've done that with several different big compartments of my life because I think we tend to carry all the memories when really one could do it. So, a perfect example. I had a little dog after my divorce. Her name was Chica, and Chica was a little Chihuahua and just a beautiful dog. We've had lots of dogs, you know, with my kids, but this was my little girl, and I loved her to bits. Well, it turned out that Chica was a little sick puppy before she was even born, and she had a disease that eventually took her life, and she was very young. And when I lost little Chica, my heart was broken. Like I know you're all understanding this who have pets, and so when I was unpacking all my boxes for simplifying, I came across a box of Chica's stuff. monkey, teddy bears, blankets, little coats. And I just was like, I cannot keep all this stuff. I can't carry it around. So what I did is I took one little thing and I kept it. And this was Chica, her little collar. And I actually got it right here. I'll show it to you. This is my little Chica collar. Just a sweet little thing with little rhinestones. And this was the little collar that Chica wore. And I'm actually looking at it now and I'm just remembering her. And it's like all the power of that memory is in this little necklace, little collar. So that's enough for me, for Chica. And I think I've got another thing which I won't show, but it's a bracelet. And it's a bracelet that my ex-husband gave me at a very significant part of our relationship. And I kept it, and well, I showed it to you a little bit, but it's something that every time I look at it, I get that memory back of the whole scale of our relationship and how beautiful it was from beginning to almost to end. And lots happened in those years, but this is enough. This reminds me of the good and the bad, the complexity of it. So maybe you've got one little thing that reminds you of a relationship or a situation, and that's enough. So that's it. So simplification can sometimes be just a matter of choosing and saying yes to one item that is that's special. The next thing I think that you have to do after you've changed your mindset is actually just to say, okay, where do I start? Where do I start? Now, today, by the way, is super warm, and I'm going to just get my little brush and do my little, oh, it's so warm. It's funny how weather, outside it's cold, but my little room is just super hot. So I'm just going to try to get myself together here. Anyway, there we go. So that's the beginning of the journey, the mindset. Secondly, start with the piles, 3 piles. First one, super easy. Everything I love, never giving it up. Second pile, don't need this at all. Haven't worn it in a year, 2 years. Don't like it. Really never did. Doesn't fit. Whatever your reason is, you can let it go. So that's the donate, sell, give away, let go of pile. And then there's the third pile. And of course, this is the biggest pile, isn't it? This is the one where you think, oh my gosh, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this pile of clothes or things. And they're the things that are tangled up with unfinished business or regrets or whatever. They're just things that you don't really want to let go for various reasons. And you can dwell on those piles, I think, for some time. They are the ones that take the longest. So maybe you can look at it from the approach of getting rid by selling and buying new things. Promise yourself a trip somewhere if you just make $500 and have a garage sale or put things on eBay. There's a lot of sites now for selling secondhand clothes, so perhaps you could even do that. But I think that's the important thing, is to spend money on experiences and not stuff. Do more with less. And so that pile of maybes, what ifs, is a really good one to absorb, contemplate, and then let go. The next step, now this is the really, really hard one actually, is what to do once you've made that shift. You've got that pile of things you love. You've narrowed it down to the essence of the memory. And then it's like, how do you stop accumulating? And a perfect example of this is when I started my downsizing it was about 7 years ago now. I had 23 berets, all different colors under the sun. And I went through this process and had 3, black, purple, pink. That's all I said to myself that I needed. Well, of course, 7 years passed and I've now got another 10 berets and sparkly ones, and I've got an orange one, and I've got another sort of rose-colored blue one. And I almost can't stop. And I have to give myself, just a break with that. There's some items that you just love to collect and they bring you joy. So I would say go for it. But but you've really got to, I think, to maintain a lifestyle of simplification, just draw the line and kind of say to yourself that simplicity, minimized possessions brings you freedom. And that's huge. And it really, in a way, creates a sense of abundance. It actually makes you feel like you have more because everything is you. Everything is what you want. And when you open your closet, there's no, oh, should I wear this or this? It's like, well, everything is me. Everything I've got in my closet is something I love. So in that sense, you get this sense of abundance, like you're not lacking anything. So I think that's a really, really important part of it. So I think that the bottom line, we want to take care of our health. We want to take care of our financial security. We want to take care of our relationships, but we also need to take care of our possessions, of ourselves. And getting them down, I think, can reduce stress, reduce financial outlay, and build a stronger self-image, which helps with everything else. So in many ways, I think that simplification and minimalized life with minimalism is really a good start. So I hope this has been helpful. I know that we have this conversation now and again, and it always strikes a chord with many, many people who say, right, that's it, Margaret. Thank you for that reminder. I'm done. Today I start. And I hope you do. I think you'll find it a great journey. And, give us your thoughts on this. I mean, do you agree that simplifying your life is one of the keys to happiness? Tell us your story. If you've downsized in your life, tell us your story. We'd love to know what you did, what approach you took. And, just what have you done to simplify your life? Thank you again for being here. Please tell me what you've done, though, because it helps me on my journey. This stopping the clutter from returning is a constant conversation. So tell me what you've done. Do you think simplification is a help for happiness in life? And what have you done to simplify? So thanks everybody for being here again. I really do appreciate your support and your engagement. I look forward to joining the conversation. Take really good care of yourselves. Have a fabulous day. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye for now.